Hey squad. So today this video is definitely going to be different. This video is a rant. I'm just going to start off by saying. And also this rant is going to be about the animation for Miraculous. So if you guys do not want to talk about this subject or you feel really sensitive about this subject, this might not be the video for you, or you might want to just, tune this one out. But yeah, we are going to go all out about the animation for Miraculous and just what I think about this. This is more of a real talk, you guys. So if you want to stay for the rant, listen in, listen in. Let's discuss, let's talk. So I have just been seeing something that is super disturbing to me. Like, I have just been seeing a bunch of Miraculous fans, also people with Miraculous channels that have really big followings. I'm not saying anything against these channels, by the way. I love them all so much. But I have just been seeing them make this statement. And the statement is that the old animation sucks for Miraculous. Like the old animation, they're just like, yeah, ill, blah, just they're totally like almost disgusted by the old animation. And I just want to say this. Whether you became a fan from being a child and watching the show, or whether you became a fan and you were an adult, which is how I became a fan, that is how you became a fan of this show. So it's just really kind of upsetting me and making me really disappointed because a lot of people are bashing the old animation. Let me just say, the old animation, when I started watching this show, it brought something different to me. Like, I've seen other animated things and I was like, okay, this is an animated show. And a lot of animated shows like I've watched in the past, they were really good. But this show was so different to me. Like I've never seen anything like executed like this when it came down to the old animation, and I just loved it. To be honest, people don't even realize how much time and effort it takes to make something like that. So in order for you to just come out and say, ew, the old animation is just like disgusting, you like want nothing else to do with it, it really makes me mad because as a person who really likes animation and has a strong admiration for animators, I'm just like, you don't understand how much it took, I think, to actually make something that looks so stunning as the old animation for Miraculous. And I don't mean to say that to offend anyone, but it's just truth. Like, you don't know how much it took for them to actually execute and put those episodes out with that animation. It's just beautiful. And the thing is also, like, I didn't see anyone complaining when you were watching the Miraculous World Paris special or the Shanghai special or even the last one, the London special. Like, nobody was complaining about those. Everyone wants to give that high praises. Oh, but yet, yes, it was in the old animation. It wasn't with the new animation. And honestly, I can point out a lot of flaws with the new animation. Like the fact that the English dub, it lacks way more than it did with the old animation. The old animation, at least it matched up a little bit. With this new one, it's not even matching up like at all. Almost like it's lagging so much to the point where I can tell, and it kind of bothers me when I watch every English dub of the newer episodes. Also, let's just we could talk about the way Marinette's face looks during the episode Sublimation. There was just so much craziness with her face and her expression. It was just like, I don't know what's going on with this animation, but okay. And to be honest, I'm not bashing, Miraculous and the new animation because it's here and it's here to stay, and I do like it. But at the same time, it also kind of looks like it was generated by ChatGPT. Like, and if you don't know what that is, that's an AI platform thing. And I know some people are using AI to actually execute and generate movies and also series. And it's just like, the reason why I say that is because it looks so generic to all the other new stuff that's coming out. And I don't mean that like in a good way. I mean like Miraculous, the old animation, it stood out from its competitors when it came down to animated series and things like that. Now with the new season 6, it looks like it's just falling into the animation of all the other new series. Like, Okay, so Winx just came out, you guys. They like booted the Winx series. And even though I don't watch it, like the clips look so good, like they look so crisp, but while still looking like that CGI looking like effect. This new season 6, they're blending in the 2D and the 3D, and some people like it, but to me, I think it's a bit much. Like I would rather them just have stuck with the CGI itself because it looked more, like the kind of nostalgic version of Ladybug and Cat Noir of the whole Miraculous show. But like to me, it's just looking like less and less. Like it doesn't stand out as much as it used to. Like it's just kind of like falling behind in the other cartoons when it comes down to the new seasons. I'm hoping that it gets better over time, but like so many people are downing the old animation. But in the old animation, at least the characters still had so much more depth. In the old animation, at least we got to see the Eiffel Tower a bit more. In the old animation, at least Marinette and Adrian looked like their age. In this new seasons, in the new series, like of Miraculous, they look still kind of like younger. And honestly, let's just say they messed up Adrian so bad. Like, I don't know why people don't want to point this out. They really messed Adrian up. And I know a lot of people have to see it. Like, that Adrian does not look the same versus the way he looked in seasons 1 through 5. Like, I get that you want to redesign and you want to revamp and you want to grow. But at the same time, you don't want to diminish how the character looks. Like, we don't want to make this character look totally bad. And also sideline them, by the way. Yes, they sidelined him for the new series of Miraculous. And it's just like, okay, I don't understand the purpose of us doing that. But yeah, that's exactly what they decided to do. Um, and it just kind of concerns me why people are just like, yeah, the old animation, it just looks so horrible, And it's like, it didn't actually look bad, to be honest. Let's just be real. Seasons 1 and seasons 2, yes, they fell behind, they were lacking. In seasons 1 and seasons 2, it was kind of boring, But seasons 3 through 5, we have to give them credit where credit is due. They did so much better in seasons 3 through 5. It got better over time. And with this new, season 6, it's kind of like we started over. And I just kind of was like, why did we need to do that? Like, seems like it should have been a continuation. And also, they were like, yeah, we can't animate them the same way they used to look because, you know, the whole thing we used to use to animate them, the like program we used to use to animate them is no longer available. I understand that, but at the same time, how does Bob Ross, a character that's not even the main character, look the same? Also, how does Marinette Grandpa look the same? Also, her grandmother doesn't look that different. So it's just like, okay, so some characters can remain to stay the same while others have to change. It doesn't make any sense. So we've seen that they actually can animate certain characters the same. And also, they're saying the animation team for the characters, they're no longer there. I don't actually know why they left and couldn't animate on the new season, but anyways, yeah, they left. And also, they're telling us that like, oh, we can't animate them the same. But in reality, it's like, I just think you want to change them because you want to change them. I don't know why they couldn't just say that. But at the same time, for me, I will always feel that it was an unnecessary change. Like, I don't think that Marinette and Adrian should have changed that much. Like, I understand that they were going to change some because they're getting older, the characters are growing and developing, and they can't look the exact same when they're aging and getting older. I understand that. But, like, the whole redesign is just kind of not making any sense to me. So when people look and they're bashing the old animation, it's just like basically let's just throw that old animation in the trash. And I'm just like, no, we actually need to appreciate because of this new animation, they are still able to continue the series because they had something to start with. I think that we should appreciate the beginnings a bit more. Also, when you see people editing Miraculous still, they're still going back and they're like still talking about the older episodes and what happened because they know that the old animation was a bop, okay? The old animation was a vibe, and we can't actually forget that. And I don't understand why people don't understand this. It's like, how can you say you're a fan of Miraculous and you're just like saying that, ew, I don't like the old animation? Like, we have to acknowledge the old animation in order to be able to accept and appreciate the new one. And yeah, I said what I said. I don't have any regrets about it because it had to be said. Like, I just was like, I have to break my silence on this topic because I'm just kind of getting a little bit frustrated if people keep saying that they are just like, oh, good riddance to the old animation. I'm like, no, how dare you? Like, I think you need to appreciate the old animation as well as the new one. And that's what I think we should continue to do. And that's what I'm going to do. But let me know what you guys think about your side of the rant. Please be respectful in the comments and just let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. And always remember, MLB fam, have a miraculously awesome day.